Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. Another big exciting day in my kitchen. Where are we gonna go? What are we gonna make? This is what I think we should do. I think we get in a plane, we head over to Rome, then we take the smaller plane, we head over to Sardinia. Sardinia is a larger island, west coast of Italy. Think like kind of Rome area, and it's one of those islands where people live to be 100 plus, and it's low stress, the food is delicious. It's just gorgeous. The landscapes are breathtaking. So you look at those views of the sea, and I mean, they're just to die for. So there's a recipe that I had over there. I was over there, I want to say like mid to late September, maybe early October. So you're in the fall season, and now you're getting what? You're harvesting out of that beautiful garden, right? So you're going to pull out like squash, like pumpkins, right? So you're going to have a pumpkin, and what are you going to do with pumpkin? Well, in Sardinia, you're going to mix it with a meat, because they make great meat. You're gonna also have some great cheeses. You're gonna wanna mix it with some pasta. You gotta mix everything with pasta. It's gonna be fantastic. So that's what we're gonna make today. We're gonna literally make a pasta with a sausage pumpkin sauce, and we're gonna add some walnuts to it along with some other goodies. All right, so let's go over ingredients. Let's start having some fun. First thing you're gonna want is you're gonna want some pasta. We want 1 pound. In this case, we're gonna use a dried pasta. We're gonna use this pasta right here. It looks like lilies, little trumpets, and they're actually called gilli. So gilli is an Italian word for lily, and they're just beautiful. Now remember, the type of pasta you choose has a lot to do with the type of sauce. So we want to use something with all different types of nooks and crannies in there so that the pumpkin sauce gets in and around and all those beautiful little pieces of meat and flavors. They're going to adhere to this, and it's going to be just perfect. And this is really an artesian pasta. This is beautiful. I actually got this at Trader Joe's, which is great, and one of my go-to stores for some great Italian food. And you're gonna see these are artesian, meaning they're pushed through a bronze die, and that makes the surface rough. Again, another means of attracting or connecting to the sauce. Next, we're gonna need some pumpkin. So you're gonna need some pumpkin puree. So if you're up for it, you can go buy a whole pumpkin and then cut it, peel it, clean it, bake it, and then get puree. You could do that if you want. I didn't feel like doing that today. So I got some really good quality pumpkin puree. And in this case, we've got 1 can of it, which is around 15, 16 ounces. So that'll break down about 1.5 cups, maybe a tad more, of a good quality pumpkin puree. That's tough to say. Oh, the aroma of that. I love pumpkin. I love pumpkin. We're gonna need 2 cups of chicken stock right here, which is great. The aroma chicken stock, love that too. I pretty much love the aroma of everything here. Now adding to that sauce, we're gonna need some meat. So in this case, we're gonna use 1 pound of sausage. It's a sweet Italian sausage, which is gonna be perfect, molto buono. And I'll show you how to open that up because we wanna break that all apart as we cook it. Next, you're gonna need 1/2 cup of sour cream. You're gonna need 1/2 cup of half and half. Yes, this is good for your heart. I don't know what you're talking about. I got some beta carotene in here, so don't worry about it, okay? We're gonna do 1/2 cup of chopped walnuts. That is gonna be good. You're gonna want some onion. So in this case, I've got 1/2 an onion and I've chopped it up. Next, you'll need 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. Oh, doesn't cinnamon, the aroma of cinnamon is so great. And then you taste it, and it's absolutely terrible. It's like one of those experiences when you're a kid. It's kind of like egg whites. You know, you taste egg whites, you think they're going to taste like whipped cream, and they obviously don't. You're going to need some nutmeg. So we're going to use 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. Try to do the fresh ground if you can because the oils won't dry out. That'll be great. If not, obviously use the pre-ground nutmeg. And if you don't like nutmeg, don't add it or don't add as much. But in this case, a nutmeg is very earthy. So is your cinnamon. So it adds a lot of earth, a depth, a flavor, a rustic aroma and texture to your dish on the taste buds, if you will. So those spices are very authentic to this dish. You're also gonna need some garlic, so I grabbed a whole bulb there, but we're gonna do 4, maybe 5 cloves of garlic. We'll prep that, I'll show you what that looks like. We're gonna wanna add some more seasoning here, so we wanna add the flavors, the aromas of Italy, right? So what I've got here is 1/2 teaspoon of oregano. Oh, oregano is just, oregano, again, gives you that earth, that herby, and there's like a sweetness to the herb, right? I've got some rosemary here, 1/2 teaspoon, which is just, you know, rosemary goes so phenomenal with everything, doesn't it? And then we've got 1/2 teaspoon of thyme. Again, thyme is truly just an earthy It really has the aroma of earth with a little bit like of a dried herb to it. If you're going to use fresh ingredients, you'd always double. So just remember, dry ingredients are concentrated, so you're going to use half as much. So I used half a teaspoon of each of those. You're going to need some Parmesan cheese. Oh, this is the king of cheeses, Parmigiano Reggiano. So just absolutely delicious. Next, you're going to need some black pepper. Always try to choose fresh ground if it's possible. I'm going to use some salt here. Today I'm using a flat sea salt from Sicily. Delicious, soft on the brine, really good. We're going to need some olive oil, so it's an Italian dish. So, you want to use a really good extra virgin quality olive oil. So for anyone new to our channel, I own an olive grove right in Italy, in Puglia, Italy. It's right above the heel, and we co-op with a whole group of farms in that area to bring you some of the best extra virgin Italian olive oil. I named the company after my two boys, Vito and Joe, and that's the Borio family right there. Kind of cool. They went back to Italy in the 1950s, so they did a big picture of the family, which is great. And I know what you're thinking, man, I'd love to get some of that. We've got it in a liter and a half-liter size. You can go right on my website or my Facebook page. Click buy it now, and you can grab yourself a few bottles of olive oil. We'll drop ship it right to your front doorstep. I think of it as taking a trip to Italy right in a bottle every time I take a taste. Okay, guys, a couple more things. You're going to need a large pan here because you got to cook the sauce, and we're going to put the pasta in it. Ideally, you don't have to. You can stir it in the dish, but it's difficult to do that. So if you have a really large pot, you're going to put your pumpkin sauce, make that in that pan, and then you can pour the pasta in. We're going to need some water salted to prep for cooking our lilies, okay? So that'll be great. So I'm going to move this right over here, get that ready to go. And the first thing we want to get going with is our meat and our onion and garlic. Guys, real simple. I'm going to take my sausage and I'm going to cut the casing. I'm going to split it. So just take your knife, just do a split on each one, at least one, so you know you're through the casing. Guys, off to our pan. I'm going to take some Vito and Joe's olive oil. I'm going to put about 3 to 4 tablespoons right in my dish. I'm going to do a medium low on the heat. I'm going to put my onions in. Now the onions always take longer than your garlic, and garlic gets bitter if you overcook it. So I'm going to put my onions in first, get everything coated with oil. So next I'm going to throw my sausage right in. We're just going to break up the sausage, pull the casing off. Okay guys, it's been about 5 minutes, and what I want is I want the onions to start to get translucent, and I want my sausage to be broken up and crumbled. So that's really nice. So I want to go ahead and get that garlic prep. So real quick, guys, I'm going to grab about 4 or 5 cloves of garlic, give it a good smash. We're just going to chop this up here a little bit. You want a little bit of rustic. We're in Sardinia, so it's going to be a little bit of rustic, a little bit more organic, a little bit more of a natural look. All right, so what do you say? Let's put this in our sausage mixture. So there goes our garlic. Beautiful. Guys, our sausage, onion, olive oil, garlic is just perfect. I'm turning the heat down just a bit. Let that garlic marry a little bit better with those flavors. My water's boiling. So now once I get my sausage right there, a good tip, I'm gonna go ahead and throw my pasta in, because when my pasta's done, this will be done. I can marry them together, and then we're ready to serve at the table. That's great. Another great tip to make this come out molto buono is when you subscribe to the channel. So when you guys get a moment, there's a red button there. There's a thumbs up. Give me a like. And then there's a notification bell. Anything we got with our blog, blogging with Borio, trips, recipes, anything going on in Italy, we'll certainly send it out to you in your notification box. And I tell you guys this all the time. It really means the world to me when you subscribe to the channel. And hey, makes you part of the family. You know what I mean? As far as the olive oil, I can hear it being shipped to your house as we speak. Okay, let's take our lilies of pasta. Pop them right in there. That one tried to get away. And the magic to your pasta not sticking is having a lot of water and making sure you stir it. You don't want to add oil to your water because the oil will coat your pasta and then it prevents it from absorbing flavors and starches. So right now what I want to do is give it a really good stir and stir it a few times over the next 10 minutes until we know it's cooked. And we'll go to that al dente, or just back up off the al dente. Okay, another good tip here is we want to put our walnuts in right now. And why do I say that? Because I want the walnuts to cook a little bit, release their oils, and that's going to give it their flavor. I don't like to drizzle raw walnuts on top of the pasta. I like to cook them right in that sauce. So the hot oil in here is going to be flavored by the oils of the walnuts. So I'm going to let that cook for about 2 minutes. Next thing we're going to do, guys, is we're going to turn up our heat and we're going to add our chicken stock. And we want to get this so it's bubbling. Next thing we're going to do, guys, we're going to put our oregano in, our rosemary, and our thyme. Cinnamon, nutmeg, half a teaspoon of nutmeg. And now, guys, gently give that a good stir. Oh, the aroma here is fantastic. Next, guys, here we're gonna do some fresh ground pepper. So again, a good half a teaspoon of salt. Give it another good stir. And now that this is bubbling really well, guys, I'm gonna add my pumpkin. Now our goal here, guys, is to get this cooked down just a little bit so it's not so watery, just so it starts to thicken up a bit, almost like where it'll cover the spatula. Our pasta's done right now, so we wanna get it out of the water. I'm gonna put maybe a tablespoon of olive oil in there. That way nothing sticks together. That's beautiful. Guys, it's been about 5 minutes. You see how it's covering the spoon right there? That's exactly what I want. Now the last things you wanna add are the cream and the half and half, because if you overheat cream or half and half, it'll break on you. It'll start to curdle on there. So what I wanna do is turn the heat down just a bit. So a high-low or a low-medium, okay? And then just gently stir in your cream. Sour cream, we're gonna put that in there. You can use a creme fraiche, that's gonna be great as well. Give this a good stir so that your cream and sour cream are mixed in. As soon as we're good to go, we can add our pasta. Now we're gonna add our pasta. And now, guys, I'm gonna turn the heat off and give it a nice gentle stir. Guys, we're perfect right there. So that's great. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in our dish. So this is a heavy plate, so I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, that's good. And I know what you guys are thinking. You forgot about the Parmesan Reggiano. No, I didn't. There's a few pieces missing here, just to give you a heads up. So I'm gonna go, oh, there's a chunk. If any chunks fall off, you get to eat them. I'm a fan. How good is that? So I'm gonna go ahead and put a few tablespoons of freshly grated cheese on the top, just to finish that off. Oh yeah. And I think we're good. How you guys doing there? Is that good or what? Favorite time, taste time. Boy, that is gonna be good. I'm gonna exceed my daily carb limit. You guys with me on that? What do you say? Hit it with a little bit more Parmesan on the top. So good, just delicious. I gotta get some sausage in there, right? Oh, you ready? Cooking Italian with Joe, smell-o-vision, taste-o-vision. I wish I could do it for you guys. The aroma in the kitchen is to die for. You can just get all the flavors. Immediately hits with the cheese, the cream, the pumpkin starts coming through, and every bite, like every second, it's more intense. Now you're getting the flavors of the garlic, the cinnamon, the nutmeg. I love the texture of the walnuts. They just come in. It gives you that beautiful, soft, nutty flavor. Pasta's perfect. What's great is you're getting the flavor of the sausage right away. And then as you're chewing it, you get the pumpkin and the sausage and all those other flavors and spices. You get that Italiano, you know, with the oregano and the thyme and the rosemary, which goes so great with meat. And then you're getting pieces of the sausage to chew on, and they're mixing with the pasta. Oh, guys, what a delicious recipe. Thanks so much for taking a trip to Sardinia with me today. Remember, before you guys close out, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you visit my webpage or my Facebook page or the description below. Buy yourself a few bottles of extra virgin Italian olive oil, Vito and Joe's. We'll drop ship it right to your house. Certainly a trip to Italy right in a bottle. And guys, my most important tip every week is this. You know, at least once a month, couple times a month, get around the table with your family and celebrate your heritage, whatever that may be. But even more importantly, set some traditions for you and your family. I'll tell you what, they'll last you a lifetime. I know they did for me. Hey guys, from my kitchen to yours, until next week, mwah, buon appetito.